Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to Daybreak Live, your early hour political compass where we bring trending stories closer to the people. I'm Oluwayemi Adelagun, live from Dominion Broadcast.
And I'm Anulu Akpoidu. Whether you're heading to work or just waking up, or perhaps you're tuning in from your home, we've got the insights, the updates, and the conversations that matter to you this morning. From the top headlines to what's trending online, we'll make sure your morning is informed, engaging, and full of perspective.
Definitely. We begin this morning with a trending update in Nigeria's political space. There's a recent political stir as the APC chairman declared that Plateau will deliver 1 million votes for Tinubu. What does this mean for the 2027 elections? We'll break it down, analyze the conversations, and give you the context behind the headlines.
And after that, we will also dive into the weather update to help you plan your day.
We'll also dive into Daybreak News, which is your quick, reliable guide to the top stories from Nigeria and around the globe. Crisp, clear, and all you need to stay ahead.
Then we'll flip the papers in our newspaper headlines and analysis segment as our analyst, Ofino Ignatius Boselime, will join us and help us go beyond the headlines, giving you insight, perspective, and the bigger picture behind today's news.
We'll also bring you the big story where we'll be discussing about opposition tactics and political survival live outside power, examining your APC's opposition tactics and political survival. In this segment, we'll be in conversation with Honorable Molaja Olaye to explore the political angles, the citizens' reactions, and what this means for Nigeria's power dynamics as a whole.
And before we sign off today, we'll check out Trend Watch, highlighting what's buzzing online, sparking debates, and shaping conversations across the country, Nigeria.
Definitely. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and tune in to the promises, insight, context, and all the stories you need to start your Tuesday on Wednesday Right.
And of course, you're tuned to Daybreak Live on Dominion Television. So let's get started.
Exactly. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Miss White. You look so good in your white.
Thank you. You don't look bad yourself. Okay, so let's take it from there. What we're looking at this morning, the national chairman of the APC said something a little bit weighty that Plateau State will be giving President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 1 million votes come 2027. I'm not surprised actually, because it's not the first to say that. Apart from the principal, party members of the APC, we've seen governors also come out to say we are going to give President Bola Ahmed Tinubu this amount of vote. I think last year, around June, Okpebholo said he's going to give Tinubu about 2.5 million votes. And of course, a lot of Nigerians were asking, what is the population of Edo State? And then what's the population of people who support APC? So these are the issues. And then, of course, the national chairman made mention of something, and I think he has a very good point to say that, the governor of Plateau State, as we speak, is an APC member. Himself, who is the national chairman, is also an APC member, and of course, he's actually very sad because PDP used to have a stronghold in Plateau State, and even the North Central, itself. There was a time that PDP had a stronghold in that particular region, but then a lot of things have changed, and then defections here and there. But I want to put it to the national chairman that having a governor, a sitting governor who is a member of the APC in a certain state does not guarantee that that person, that governor, will be able to deliver the state. It's not the first time. In 2023, Kano lost. I'm talking about Kano APC lost to NNDP. So Oyo State that had a PDP governor, APC won in Oyo State. So these are the issues. So you cannot just say because a sitting governor is in a particular state, then he has the capacity to deliver the state. I don't want them to be surprised, but then it depends on what they believe in, because we've seen cases like that. Having a sitting governor in a certain state does not guarantee that that person will be able to deliver the state, for the incumbent, president.
Well, I think just like you mentioned too, we might just agree that politics, like they say, it's a game of numbers. Yeah. But it's even much more than numbers sometimes. It's also, like they say, it's a game of interest, and all of that. But I think one of the things you said that really struck the chord for me initially was that it wasn't the first person. Caleb Mutfwang was not the first person, and probably would not be the last as it is now, because we have about 28 governors currently, in the APC and all of that. But it seems to be a loophole that the APC is trying to fix. Not taking anything away from this conversation, but just to reflect on the bigger picture for the APC, and that's talking about Kano, like you mentioned. Abba Kabir Yusuf is, of course, the governor of the state, is currently, maybe not exactly. So there's been claims that he would join the APC. He celebrated his 63rd birthday recently, and the president sent a message. And I mean, if you want to see the message, you probably see it as an invite. But if you don't see it that way, there's no problem anyway. But there's been that issue that Kano is the last straw that will break the cord, that will break the backbone, the spine of, the PDP and every other party for the APC. So there seems to be that call to get the last peg that will fit into their that square peg hole, and then they have it fixed. So there's been that conversation of Abba Kabir Yusuf also coming to the APC, maybe making 29. There's still speculations that maybe some other governors as well will still, defect to the APC. But there's the issue about, when they made this statement, I'm talking about Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau State saying, you know what, I'm giving you 1 million. Well, like you mentioned too, it's not because you are the governor and then you belong to the party does not mean you are going to vote for the national party that you belong to. I mean, it could be a different game. But I think these people are also not just playing the game of numbers, they are also playing the politics of narrative. Because if you push out a narrative that I'm giving you 1 million, so we are doing the math, like you also mentioned, 2.5 from, let's say hypothetically, on the Okpebolo, 2.5 million from Edo State, 1 million from Plateau State. Some other persons will also give a number to it. But if you do the math, it's actually a narrative they're trying to play, especially against the opposition parties, to understand that, yes, we already have the numbers. And we are trying to tell you that we are showing you the numbers, that this is the number we have, and we have enough numbers to go around. So this seems like a narrative game, not just talking about the numbers. They know what they are doing. It's an intentional game to say, we are blowing our trumpets. We have these numbers and we're ready to do more. In fact, it wasn't just the person that said it. A senator also, a respected politician in Nigeria, Senator Orji Kalu, also mentioned that he was going to go to the grassroots. Maybe if you would call it in our days, they'll say you go to the trenches to get the votes out for Tinubu. That was what he mentioned, that he was going to, fight tooth and nail to ensure Tinubu becomes president again, come 2027. I mean, still retain his position, I meant to say. So if he's claiming that, Monday Okpebolo is claiming that, Plateau State governor is claiming that, Bayelsa is also claiming, Duyodiri, there was a meeting yesterday, Duyodiri and a lot of senators were there.
Even there was a time where you said that the Southeast would find a way to compensate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with 100% vote, because according to him, he's the best president that has done so much for Southeast. So it is a lot.
Adding to that, the Hope Uzodinma also said something. He said that he would support these claims as well that he's going for. And he said something that I probably did not like, maybe because I don't believe it. He said that Nigerians are happy with the current administration of APC. And that's a question, really. I'm going to ask 2 questions, and it's not just it's up for debate, I mean, for the people that are concerned. And the question is, can the party, I mean, the APC ruling party, can they manage the influx of defectors? One, because everybody's looking for power, position, and all of those. Can they manage that? And the second question is, can you bite your child? Because we've seen the case of where people are defecting just because they want to save their heads, because they've messed up in the past and trying to cover for all of that. But all of this we'll see. I'll keep asking the right questions to the right people. The APC particularly, and every other concerned person must answer this question. If those people who would defect to your party would be screened when they are supposed to, if the law would still be the same for them as well.
Okay, good luck to the APC on that note. I think it's a fine place to leave it this morning, because we need to take a short break. And when we come back, we take the news. Please stay with us. And do not forget to follow us across our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at Dominion Cast. We'll be right back.
Need a professional space to bring your vision to life? Dominion Television Studios offers state-of-the-art facilities perfect for your next broadcast, commercial, corporate video, or live event. With flexible rental options, cutting-edge equipment, and a supportive team, we provide the perfect environment for high-quality productions. Unleash your creativity. For bookings, email us at marketing@dominion.org.ng. Call us on 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok at Dominion Broadcast and on X at Dominioncast. Book your space today. Dominion Television, your channel of choice.
Live from the heart of the action. Welcome to the nerve center of Next Level Broadcasting.
This is the OB van, where the studio meets the street.
Equipped with cutting-edge cameras, crystal clear audio, real-time switching, and broadcast control, we don't just capture moments, we deliver the experience live.
Anywhere, anytime, from stadiums to red carpets, breaking news to buzzing festivals, weddings, birthdays, and all sorts of ceremonies. We bring the world to your screen in real time.
It's not just a van, it's a complete mobile production house, a command center, a broadcast beast.
This is more than a broadcast. This is the OB van difference. Live, loud, limitless.
Ready to go live? Like never before. Book the OB van today and take your event to the world. One powerful broadcast at a time.
To book, call 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Email marketing@dominion.org.ng or visit our socials on Instagram at Dominion Broadcast.
Dominion Broadcast, your channel of choice.
Hello and welcome to Daybreak News on Dominion Television. My name is Anoluapo Ido. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the appointment of Dr. Olugbemisola Titilayo Jusose as the Director General of the Nigerian Law School, marking a historic first for the institution. According to a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, the appointment, which takes effect from January 10, 2026, is for a 4-year term. She will take over from Professor Issa Hayatu Chiroma, whose tenure expires on January 9, 2026, after 8 years of service. The statement noted that she will also serve as the primary liaison between the institution, the Council of Legal Education, the body of benches, and the Nigerian Bar Association. The federal government has inaugurated a Joint Implementation Committee, JIC, to plan a national digital literacy conference and oversee the training and certification of 1 million Nigerians in digital and emerging skills as part of efforts to attain 95% digital literacy by 2030. The committee was inaugurated in Abuja by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary, General Services Office of the SGF, Ibrahim Kana, at the launch of the Clergy Wealth Digital Skills Nigeria Skill Up Initiative. Speaking at the event, Kana described the inauguration as a significant milestone in the federal government's deliberate and strategic commitment to deepening national digital literacy, strengthening human capital development, and promoting inclusive digital transformation in line with national development priorities. Kana stressed the recent resolutions of the 13th National Council on Communications, Innovation, and Digital Economy provide strong policy backing for the initiative, including the adoption of the FPE model as the official framework for the National Digital Literacy Framework. In another development, the federal government has assured students in tertiary institutions that the tax laws, which took effect last week, will not lead to a hike in tuition. This is as the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, endorsed the new tax reform law and called off its proposed nationwide protest earlier scheduled for 14th January 2025 against the implementation of the law. Chairman, Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform, Taiwo Oyedele, allayed the fears of Nigerian students at an expanded National Executive Council meeting and stakeholders engagement forum organized by NANS in Abuja, highlighting significant provisions of the tax law that would directly benefit the students and low-income earners in the country. He added that the law aims to make more money available to state government for investment in the development of education and infrastructure in the country. And talking politics, the National Working Committee, NWC, of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has met with former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan at his Maitama office in Abuja. Addressing journalists after the closed-door meeting, National Chairman of the PDP, Tanimu Turaki, said the visit aimed to brief Jonathan on the party's state, ongoing legal battles and prospects ahead of upcoming elections. He added that Jonathan's remarks were very reassuring and encouraging as he prepares for off-season elections in Ekiti and Osun State and the 2027 general elections. Although Jonathan has not publicly declared his intentions, speculation has grown that Jonathan may be drafted as the PDP's 2027 presidential candidate. And now in Oyo State, where Oyo State government has suspended the Sobolaju of Ofiki, Chief Jacob Adefabi Sobolaju, for allegedly violating the state's executive order 001/2023, which governs mining activities, and for encouraging trespassing on government gazetted assets. Chief Sobolaju, according to a letter by the Director of Chieftaincy Matters in Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters, Olajire AM, was accused of violating the order as well as allegedly issuing consent letters to mining companies without proper authorization, permitting mining activities on state government reserved forests, and facilitating unauthorized mining operations. The letter indicated that Chief Sobolaju has been suspended from the Palace of Onito of Ito, effective from Monday, January 5, 2026, pending the outcome of investigation into the allegations, directing the embattled chief to refrain from all activities relating to mining and issuance of consent letters to miners. And in business, the federal government has stated that Nigeria attracted nearly $14 billion in combined foreign portfolio investment and foreign direct investment in the first 9 months of 2025, driven by renewed investor confidence and wide-ranging economic and investment reforms. According to a document released by the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, the $14 billion in combined foreign portfolio investment surpasses the total inflows recorded in 2024, promising robust growth for a historically low base. The document added that foreign direct investment expanded by 700% quarter-on-quarter in the third quarter of 2025 and reached